The basket, great hands.
And they can both shoot it outside.
Yeah, and they know how to play.
Yeah.
Like most teams don't get one guy that good. They have two.
And one. Wiltshire. Washington up strong with their offensive glass in his first with Buzz Williams this morning.
You look at this team and the way that it rebounds. It is not an accident. As they get another offensive rebound and a putback.
It just rolls.
This is a Texas A&M team that has lost 3 in a row after what was a 5-game win streak. They fought hard to come back against Vandy and had a shot late but couldn't fit. Out gets downhill. Went right by Garcia, and then he goes for an assist. Missed out on the helper when Elijah Martin couldn't knock down the 3. What a finish! And as poorly as A&M has played at times tonight, and Taylor's off the mark, they're within striking distance as always. A great comeback.
He gets into the lane. Taylor got past his man, and the long 2 won't go, but already 2 offensive rebounds. Taylor underneath, Washington with the slam. What a pass by Taylor.
And you sent from the field. Texas A&M 32%.
And it's going to be ugly, and I think Chris Jans is okay with that. This year's team has been much more aesthetically pleasing offensively than years past, but he said, look, sometimes we got to go throwback mode and just grind it out. Right now, so will Washington.
They're likely not going to change from where they've been all season and what the tape shows you. And Washington does an excellent job there, guarding Wagner.
Wade Taylor came into this game trailing Bernard King with a school record for points by 3. He hasn't gotten a bucket yet. Beautiful pass and a two-hand jam.
Play again, stealing a possession there and some points off the sideline out of bounds, but that 08 game, Tom, I mean, people continue to talk about that same way the game today for years upon years. Bruce Pearl,
they're going to collapse. They're going to call their monster. You've got to move the basketball. Shooters have to make shots. Slow start, though, for Georgia.
Georgia 1 out of 5 from behind the arc. 5 of their 8 shots are three-point attempts. Phelps. That shot knocked that. Here's Coleman flying down the lane. Followed by Washington. Is 11.
How about the active hands getting back defensively by Georgia?
1 minute to go first half. Washington hangs in the air.
That's a foul. We can have a wrestling match.
Oh, yeah. Some of the contact we've had underneath the backboard.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's a foul. Right.
Good defense right there.
Washington. Got it to go.
I think it hit below the rim.
Takeaway by Taylor. Up ahead to Washington. Oh, they get some chicken wings with the 2 missed free throws. Do we get?
I'll be in line with them.
Yeah, okay. Here's Washington. Just 5 minutes to play in a 17-point Texas A&M lead. They trailed by as many as 11 late in the first half.
And now it's where the veterans take over. How to run clock, how to get shots, who to get shots for. Clear the lane out, let Washington in his strength.
May have come late, but they didn't see it that way. Huge effort by 9.
Look at the starters for an A&M team that is 4-2 in the SEC, but they were sloppy in the midweek win against Ole Miss. They turned it over 20 times in that game. They are not a good shooting team. They are worse in the SEC in every shot metric. Solomon Washington
was made per game. Their opponents only take 19 a game. And so right now, Texas has been able to get back in this thing by flipping that stat in their favor.
Mack Brown courtside for this one. Buzz Williams said the goal is to get into the bonus as early as possible, both halves. Hasn't happened. Here's Coleman. Solomon Washington back on the floor after turning his ankle. Shot clock at 5. Here's Washington. Spins. Contested and got it. Through the eye of his head coach with his lack of effort, especially on the glass. Here's Zurich. Phelps for 3. And an offensive rebound. That is page 1 of the A.
Defense, keeping opponents off the glass. And that three-point attempt rattles out for Williams.
I think he's going to be the guy tonight. Again, you've already seen it. He's getting good looks. He's going to have to knock him down if they're going to have a chance.
Solomon Washington, oh, that's a tough make in LSU's front court. And the Aggies will need to try to take advantage. Got a box out, defensive effort. How did he find the open man? Picked off by Garcia. Oh, he was trying to go with the overhand toss downfield and impress Mike Elko. Open look for Washington. Friendly roll.
Type of a pretty offense so far.
1-point game. Phelps with the ball. The only one in double figures. He's got 10. He's also taken 10 shots of the 25 for the team. Wade Taylor Jr. misses his 3rd game. He's the team's leading scorer. Washington attempts it.
And the way to attack that is looking opposite and going skip pass, and they've done that a couple of times.
Helter Skelter. Moore had the rejection. Initially out of the Bronx, New York. Didn't play a whole lot for the Crimson Tide, but gives the Sooners some added bulk down low.
A&M tried to run a set that they run with Taylor on the floor.
Shot clock at 5 for Hefner. Inside Coleman. Great feed. Extra pass leads to a two-hand slam.
To Danny and the Miracle.
Yes.
From Kansas.
I believe it was in Kemper Arena, if I'm not mistaken, back in 1988. Some good history for Oklahoma basketball. 3 ball from the corner, much needed.
Yes.
Elvis left it, scooped up by Hefner, 3-on-1. Hefner, Washington flying to the rim and tears it.
Wade Taylor's turnovers are down, his assists are up. It's his highest assist rate since he was a freshman. No, pardon me, since last year he's better than 1 assist per game improved. Not a great shooting A&M team though. They rely on offensive rebounds. Solomon Washington downhill. And off the glass and in. Far. He is 1 for 4. Mark for 3. And the loose ball corralled by Jace Carter and A&M. No numbers for A&M. Doesn't matter. Solomon Washington takes it in.
Winning the glass 30-17. They have forced 15 turnovers. For the game, they're shooting 58% from the floor. Doing it on both ends. Washington gets loose for a flush.
For him, and it's a 5-point Texas Tech lead. Jace Carter, 13 in the first half. And there's a 3 and a rare
pass the basketball. Head is always up, saw the double coming, located the open man, but not only did he find him, he threw it on time, on target, in his numbers for an easy 3.
Corner 3, Washington again.
We used to do back in the day. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I mean, 2 hands smack glass. That's great. Washington spins, knocks it down. They've got 5 on the shot clock. Johnson, pass, deflected, stolen. Back the other way, the Aggies. Little give and go, counted in 1.
Big, you can't get away with that against a guard.
Already 16 fouls against Rutgers. So A&M hits the bonus early. Here's Washington off the trampoline. And he's not done.
And rightfully he's calling an ISO for their top prospect and Ace Bailey going straight down the lane.
That's unstoppable. You clear out a side for him. There's not a defender in the country who can stay in front of that. Good entry. Washington in deep. Spins it home.
And Texas A&M has figured out
for the rest of the winter.
It's exciting winter coming up.
What a putback. Solomon Washington breaks to the baseline. Great pass. Grant had it knocked away. Stifled by Solomon Washington. Taylor.
That right there.
Rewarding his big. He gets a dunk after a block.
But that's what I want Creighton to do with Cochran. Roll him straight to the rim off of picks and re-screens at the top of the key.
See if Solomon Washington can impact this. A game that has featured 4 ties and 10 lead changes. Taylor in front of his bench, finds Garcia. Here's Washington on the bounce, down the lane. Hangs and hits with a free throw to follow.
Game 17-9.
Oh, a turnover. Washington in the backcourt with the finishing touches.
Yeah, Wade Taylor with 6 assists, too, so he's having a great floor game.
Henry Coleman almost had that taken away. Missed the layup, but Solomon Washington is there.
Basketball history, what they did with A&M.
It certainly was, and they did a good job. And after the 2 years, Buzz left to go to the University of New Orleans to try to help them come out of Hurricane Katrina. And then again, Alvin Brooks stayed with Billy Gillespie and went to Kentucky with him. And then again, just after that, was able to go back to what he did best, coach basketball.
Hayden Hefner's in the game. He got rid of a pass to Solomon Washington, and
Williams is as well. Williams with it. He had 15 on Wednesday against South Dakota. It is another Lion turnover.
You think that defense didn't work today at shoot-around? The majority of it was on the pick and roll up front. You saw the Aggies come up now twice, 2 in a row with the turnover off that pick and roll.
It's all Aggies in the beginning. Wade Taylor with a spin move and a kick out to Solomon Washington. Washington to the rack.
A true freshman starting along with a couple of transfers for UCF. Jordan Ivy Curry in the corner turns it over. Solomon Washington squeaks by Darius Johnson. The UCF started cold from 3. Ivy Curry and Johnson, the triples on recent possessions, and UCF back within 6. Washington squeezing through, lost the handle but regains it. Is picking up that defensive rebound. Setting up Darius Johnson. Benny Williams came in, had a chance at a putback there, a little bit too strong.
Wade Taylor, just 3 points in this game. Has been very quiet, does have 3 assists, no turnovers, but he needs to get going offensively.
Just 3 shot attempts.
Oh,
Washington baseline.